Hello, everyone. Yes, we're live. We just thought we would come on to do this. I mean, it's been an interesting 2020, and hey, it's December, and we thought we would encourage people in our community. It's been a good year for some people. Some people would say it's been a bad year, but yes, bad relatively. If we look at it, all things work together for good.
Absolutely.
So it might seem bad now, but we will see the good in it later.
Absolutely.
We may not be seeing it now.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we thought we would do something which we've tagged New Horizons, preparing for 2021.
Absolutely.
It doesn't matter how 2020 has been. Down times, yes, there can be more. Good times, there can be more. So just something to set the pace, get us prepared, get our minds in place for what is to come in 2021. I don't know if you're as expectant as ourselves for 2021, but we're sure looking forward to it.
You know, like you said, 2020 has been an amazing year. Some of us saw our children take their first steps this year.
Yes.
You know, some of us got new jobs this year. Some lost jobs, but I'm sure God is going to recompense you for everything you lost. You will receive double for it.
Amen.
You know, some of you probably met people that you're going to marry this year. Some of you started new relationships this year. You know, another major change is the COVID-19 that threw the whole world into a frenzy. You know, people having to adapt and to work from home, having to do homeschooling, having to work, respond, do a lot of things all at once. You know, many changes. Some people got into their own property this year. You know, wherever end of the spectrum you find yourself, there is hope at the end of the tunnel.
There is hope.
There is hope. There is hope. Okay, where there is hope, where there is life, there is hope. Alright, so we just came today to encourage you to begin to think ahead and begin to expect more. Because like someone said, that expectation is the mother of manifestation. When you expect something, it has a way of pulling it into reality. It has a way of pulling it into reality. So let's begin to count our blessings this year. What did God do for you this year? What happened to you this year? Begin to think about the little things. You know, some people may say, "Oh, my child took his first step today." That's normal. You're supposed to work
As expected.
But think of it this way: if that child didn't walk when he was supposed to walk, you understand the importance of that miracle. Oh, my child spoke this year. If he didn't speak, you will understand how important that particular miracle or that thing is, that act is. All right, so let's count our blessings. Someone says you can't be grateful and be sad at the same time. You can't be grateful and be sad at the same time. So gratitude has a way of creating abundance, because when you are grateful for things, you are grateful for your life, you are grateful for your job, you are grateful for your relationships, you are grateful that you have a partner that is in the same boat with you, that loves you unconditionally. Man, it's a wonderful thing. You know, it's a wonderful thing. So
it doesn't matter how bad your experience this year has been. There sure must be something to be grateful for.
Absolutely.
The fact that you're alive today is something to be grateful for. And like they say, Abraham hoped against hope. It may not look like it, but do not despair. There is hope. Absolutely. 2021 will be here, and it will be even greater.
It will be even greater. So let's be grateful for where we're at. All right, because tomorrow, 2021, is going to be much better. Much better. Let's believe it and let's pull it forth. Okay, so the first thing we'd like to talk about is, after Thanksgiving, is to begin to talk about goals. All right, so some years ago, I used to think that, you know, things just happen, that success was about luck, you know, that being in the right place at the right time. Yes, that plays a role, but I didn't know that you have to play a role in it. You know, so December used to be my worst year ever, because by December you begin to count, what did I achieve this year? What happened for me this year? You know, begin to remember, and then you begin to hear people say, "Oh, I got a new job." I didn't know at the time that you have to play a role. I thought just being a nice guy or being a Christian was enough, that, you know, miracles are going to start happening. I didn't know that I had to take control of my own decisions. I didn't know that decision determines destiny, like Samadeyemi would say. I didn't know that the action that I take today is what will guarantee where I'll end up. So if I want to be a millionaire today, my actions need to begin to align to that. If I want to be a millionaire tomorrow or in the next couple of months, my actions today need to begin to align. So it's not going to be a happenstance. Someone says success is when opportunity meets preparation. So the time to prepare is now. So that way you can have a manifestation. So without goals, what are goals? Goals are objectives that have deadline. Objectives with deadline. So for example, I want to become a qualified lawyer, like my wife is. She had it as a goal long before anybody knew about it. And she worked tirelessly for it many years. So what people get to see is the graduation and the pictures. But the time the goal was set, so all the blood, sweat, and tears of midnight running, of moving from one place to the other, of trying to catch up, doubling work, doubling family, just to be able to get that done. Wow, nobody sees all those sacrifices. And the same thing, I know there are sacrifices you are making right now, but people may not really see it.
Yeah. And I think goals just puts the hope in front of you. So you're seeing it. It's something that drives you, that gets you out of that state of despair, where you think, oh, okay, I've not achieved anything this year. It's been a bad year. But by the time you start writing out your goals, there's a drive it gives to you to reach out for more, to reach within and see how you can make these goals happen.
Absolutely.
You mentioned deadlines, so let's get our deadlines again.
Absolutely. Every goal should have a deadline. Every goal you should have a jotter where you write your goals. We have jotters where we write our goals, and then we go beyond that. We have what we call a vision board in our bedroom, where we put pictures of the things we want to achieve. And so right now I have a collection of different things that God has helped us to achieve. All right, so each time you have a goal, create pictures. Why is that important? The mind thinks in terms of images. The mind thinks in terms of images. So if I say to you, I have a red Mercedes car parked outside. You're not going to see color red, R-E-D, and Mercedes. You're not going to see that. You're going to see a red Mercedes car. That's what you see in your mind. So that's how the mind recognizes images. Okay, that's why images get imprinted. That's why the imagination is more active. What's his name now? I think it was Albert Einstein that says imagination is more important than facts.
And there's something I just wanted to throw in. The mind picks what's urgent. The mind picks what's urgent.
Wow,
so by the time you have those goals and you put them before you, they're there. The sense of urgency is there. Okay, this must be achieved by this time.
Powerful.
And then you set out to do it.
Beautiful.
And one thing I wanted to say is, yes, as a family, you can have your individual goals.
Yes.
And then you can have your goals, your family goals.
Absolutely.
Now, what that does is, with the goals clear, I know my husband's career goals. It helps me support him.
Absolutely.
You see, so it just, rather than have one spouse complain that the other isn't as involved as he or she would want that spouse to be, have your goals. Plan your goals as a family. Okay, what are you looking at this year in your life? What are you looking at for 2021 in your life? And then as a family, we can do ours. So I can support my spouse, and then in saying that, I'll give an example with our lives. There are times the goals he's set for his personal life will put a demand on our relationship because he would need more time. He would need to invest more time in actualizing those goals. Now that just puts things in perspective for me, because I know that, he needs to do this to achieve that goal.
Absolutely.
So, and there's a deadline for that goal. So it just puts everyone is involved in it. So I can understand why he has to be away for some time, and he'll be back. And then it's a pleasure when your spouse feels fulfilled. It should be your fulfillment as well, to see your spouse fulfilled.
Absolutely. Yes. I remember, just to support what you said, I remember when I was doing my PhD, sometimes I would go, after working different jobs, go research and be coming back around 1. If she wasn't on board with me, it's going to have rocked our marriage. But because this was a goal that we both agreed, and we knew that it's a specific deadline, and I got 100% and 1 support from her. I'm telling you, throughout the process, In fact, I told her that I might be the one getting this degree. Young needs on it because we practically worked on it together. We got here together, girl. You know, you were always in my corner. When I was up all night, she would not sleep. We were working together. So that's one powerful thing. So these things have a way of uniting couples, helping them go through the thick and thin together. And that is what makes couples stronger. All right, that's what drives people together and bring people together. So it's very important for you to have your individual goals, the family goal, very important, and so that you can have that something that you are, like she said, the mind recognizes only urgency. So have a deadline to it, keep it in front of yourself every day, because the vision leaks.
That's right.
Vision leaks. It means that the moment you take it off you, the next thing that will come is something that's on your, oh, you need to do this now, you need to submit this proposal, you need to do all those kind of things. You need to, once in a while, lift up your head. That's the difference between a chicken and an eagle. Yeah. Chickens are always looking down. They're only thinking about the urgent. I need to eat. Eagle goes far and sees bigger and sees opportunity. That's why he's the king of birds. All right? Behave like the king of birds. You are an eagle. Go higher and see 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now. What I'm doing right now, how does it correspond? All right, so that future that you want, all right, don't allow what is happening in your prevailing environment to cloud your judgments. Don't allow what people are saying about you or what people are not saying. Don't allow this temporary disappointment. Think about the next 5 years. Will this thing matter? You'll notice that most of them won't matter. Some of the things that people are saying now will not matter. They won't even remember what they said. So you focus, don't channel your energy on issues like that. Ask yourself, what will be relevant in the next 10 years? And focus on those. According to Professor Banfield, one of the top researchers, he said that he did the research and he found out that the higher people put into consideration when planning for their lives, the father people put into consideration, the father. So for example, if you are putting into consideration when you are making your plan, you're planning for 10 years, planning for 20 years. People who do that, they rise higher in their companies, rise higher in their lives, rise higher in their finances, more than the people that only think about today. Think of it. So you have a financial plan, you have an income you're earning right now, you say, we want to get this. And then you now begin to say, what that is going to do is that you're going to begin to curtail you, because vision restricts you. The moment you have a vision for something big, a goal that you have set, you begin to control your behavior right now. Another good example is when I read about Barack Obama when he was preparing to be the United States president. They searched different things to blackmail him, whether he had an issue with a woman or something. They couldn't find anything. Why? Because he had a goal long. So he decided to control his behavior, adapt his behavior so that nobody will tarnish his image when it's time for him to raise his head. So think like that and begin to think 10 years from now so that you begin to put your finances in order. All right? How do you want to retire? What is your plan for retirement? What do you need to do? So 2021 will be like any other year, except we'll make different choices today.
Yeah, another example could be like, okay, with work, with your career. With that in perspective, now if with a 20-year goal in mind, I realize I would step out of the box and look at, what kind of solicitor would I want to be in the next 20 years? I'll look for people who have walked it, who have that number of years of experience. And then I would realize that, there's work to be done. I need to throw myself into this. Absolutely. I need to challenge myself. I need to give myself, I need to get some things in place, okay, in order to be like that. And maybe squeeze time. Because I don't need to, the reason we have people with experiences around us is that we'll learn from them, learn from their mistakes, learn from the good things they did, and see how we can squeeze time in order to, make up. So that's really profound.
Absolutely. So you need to now begin, when you have this goal, begin to rally your family around it. Communicate with your wife, communicate with your husband, communicate with your children, let them all know what you are aiming at. Let me tell you something. Why they say there is power in synergy is because people come together. Or why they say there is strength in numbers, because people come together. If you have numbers, but the people you have, they are not united, it's a waste. Why? Because everybody going to be doing their own thing. That's why the scripture says, where there is no vision, people cast off restraint, people run wild. So strength in numbers is only relevant when people are united. A united force, when 2 or 3 people unite on a goal, They are an unstoppable force. Unstoppable force. So unite your family around it. Communicate it regularly, every day. Pray about it. Prayer has a way of driving that goal into your consciousness. Have pictures everywhere. Talk about it. Go on YouTube and research about that goal. Go on the internet and research about that goal. Have pictures. Interact, like she said, with people that are already living in the reality of those goals. Network. All right? Build relationship. Build your network. Very, very critical. Very, very critical. So rally your family around your goal. Otherwise, the goal is as any other. It's just a lifeless thing written on a paper. Inject life into it. All right? So the next part we'd like to talk about is building your network.
We mentioned it briefly. But I mean, we can't overemphasize the importance of association. You know, your association determines how far you go, whether you believe it or not. What's that thing about who you would be in the next 5 years? It depends on the books you read and the people you interact with. You know, so it's so critical. In that case, okay, this is where we want to be in 2021. Who do we need to meet? How do we expand our network to get these people in? What can we do to meet these people? So what that may mean is we may begin to attend seminars where such persons will be present.
Absolutely.
We may need to pay to even go for some courses for some of the courses of these people. If you're looking at being a real estate what are they called?
Estate
realtors.
Realtors.
Realtors. Yeah. Now, if you're looking at that, you know that I need to pay to attend some of their conferences, and then so I can immerse myself in their wealth of knowledge and see how I can propel things and get there faster. So, by all means, we need to build network.
So, networking is critical. Someone said your net worth is a reflection of your network.
That's right.
Your net worth, how much you earn in terms of your finances, your influence in the society, it's a connection. It's a reflection of your net worth. So we need to be deliberate about building the right net worth. All right, God has not designed us to play a lone game. It is not good for man to be alone. It's not just in a spousal relationship, in any form of relationship. If Jesus Christ, the most powerful person, when he was on earth, all right, as a person, physical figure, if you understand what I mean, he did not run his ministry by himself. He had to get 12 people and then 70 and then, you understand? So how much more me? I have to, people are being the greatest blessings in our lives. God has sent us amazing human beings in form of mentors, in form of friends, in form of siblings, in form of family. I'm telling you. So every relationship has different roles. Sometimes some of the roles they play appear negative, but later when you reflect, you find out that thing that appeared negative, that is a fruit. Part of it helped you to become a better version of yourself. So they all contribute. There is no point, demonizing anyone. They all contribute. So the larger you are as a person, you expand your mind and just you understand the role that each of these relationships are playing in your life. Okay, so relationships are very, very critical. Be strategic about building the right allies. All right. I think it was in Godfather that says the most powerful person is those who have powerful friends. All right. Have great friends. Have build good relationships. So in addition to that, you have to be a good friend as well. You need to support other people. So when people are sharing their testimony, show up. Be of help to people. All right. Someone said to me one time, that was an event we had, and a lot of people turned up, and someone said to me, people were saying that these guys, no matter where it is, they will find a way to show up. It's a family value for us to support people. Show up and be there for people. Show up and encourage. If you can't show up, show some form of support, just to help people to stand on their feet. Do what you can. And be there for people. Be there for your family. Be there for your friends. All right? When you sometimes you just pick a signal that someone is not in a good place. Call them and cheer them up. Use the gift you have. If you have a gift of singing, sing to them. If you have a gift of encouragement, encourage them. Inspire them, stretch them. All right? People will not forget how you treat them in their low estates. Remember that, and push people and propel people. Do your best. Do your best, because whatever you sow is what you reap. Whatever you sow,
let someone's life be better because you're in it.
Yes. Let someone's life be better. Life be better because you are in it. We all have value, but release that value into lives of people. All right. That's why we are here, to support each other. Okay. The final point I'd like to say is this: grow in your knowledge base. Chinese people say knowledge is portable. You carry it everywhere. All right. Yeah. Grow in your knowledge. Grow in your knowledge. And
that's what really counts.
That's what really counts. What's the name of this one? I think it was Benjamin Franklin that says, empty your wallet into your head, and your head will fill your pockets with wealth. Empty your wallet into your head, and your head will fill your purse, your wallet, with money. All right? So invest in your education. Invest in your education. Someone asked me something, let me not say that. So invest in your education. Very important for you to invest in your growth, invest in your skill. All right? You may have to reskill, upskill. All right? So if the industry you are in is going out of fashion, don't begin to pray, hey, God, expand. No. For example, if you are in coal mining, that industry is dropping in terms of relevance, okay? Very important. Begin to think about where is the new industry, where is the trend, where are things going. If you are in petroleum industry, people are going green. All right, begin to say, where can I move? So you can begin to upskill and begin to think about how you can, adapt. Was it Charles Darwin that says that the things that survive, the species that survive, are not usually the strongest. Think of it. We had dinosaurs. Yes. They are no longer here. The species that survive,
big and strong.
Very big and strong, that they can crush anything. Yeah. But they did not survive. Why? Because they were inflexible. They were rigid. He said it's only those who are unable to adapt. All right. So if your industry is changing, all right, adapt, upskill, and find out the new trend. I saw a particular company that they were into manufacturing of fabric, because when COVID-19 hit, what did they do? They started producing masks. Yeah. That is them using the same skill, but now channeling it differently. Right?
And that means that there's a work you must do.
Absolutely.
Okay, as an individual.
Absolutely.
So sometimes it feels uncomfortable because you need to make more time. You need to fit that into your already busy schedule, but you must do that work. Absolutely. Otherwise, you stay where you are. Absolutely. You have to be really dissatisfied with where you are, with a new level, and in order to, get onto the next level. 2021 is about the next level, new horizons. There are a lot of things out there.
Absolutely.
I must be dissatisfied with the state I'm in right now. It might seem good, but there is more. I know there's more to me.
Wow.
So I need to give it the time it requires. I need to get myself uncomfortable a bit to do the research the next level requires. So we must dig in. We must do that work.
The version of you that you are right now will not be enough to move you to the next phase. All right? The version of you, so you 2.0 will not be as sufficient for 2021. You have to raise your game to 3.0 to 4.0. You have to upgrade your version. And that's one key thing. The word here says be, do, have. All right? You must become to be able to do what you need to do to be able to have that better 2021. So some people try to skip the doing part of becoming a better version, because if you try to get something without becoming a better version, it's not going to last.
That's true.
All right, that's why you have people who win millions of pounds of dollars, but because they've not become prudent in managing money, they've not become prudent in investing, they've not become prudent in financial decision making. People steal their money. Yes. They squander the money because people give them bad advice to rip them off. All right, so you must become a better version of yourself to be able to do what you need to do to be able to get what you want to get.
To sustain the new level.
2021 is going to be a blast. 2021 is an amazing year. 2021 is a great year. All right, so we must become amazing. We must become great. That's what we want to share with you today. I hope this blessed you.
All right, until we come your way again, it's goodbye from us.
All right then. Bye.